You are a physical therapist.
Yeah.
And why did you start with the Rosenmethod? Was not enough with the physical therapy?
Well, in physical therapy, you fixed a condition. I fixed people. And then after I fixed them, they were good for a while. And then whatever happened came back again. Because the original tension, the original experience was still within them. So unless you went to the cause of the tension, you did not really get rid of the condition. And we found it out to be true. As a physical therapy, people would come back again and again after 1 year, after 2 years or so, with the same complaint. But with us it is once they get in touch with the cause, they don't come back anymore. They feel all right. And I like that better. Yeah.
You mean they can change habits too in this work?
Yes, you even can change habits. When you've done things the same way all the time and then become aware that you don't need to do that you have a possibility of being different, that is then when they can change it. When they don't experience that they have a possibility, then it's hard for them to change.
So you don't go back and do it in the old way again?
No, you don't. Because you are different. Once you are aware of something, you cannot be unaware again. Once you know something, you cannot unknow. That is just different. You cannot hold down anymore something that you have already experienced and let up. You can only let down what you don't know. You can hold down.
But maybe sometimes it can be good to react in the old way. Can you do that then?
I don't think so.
No.
Once you know, you cannot go to unknowing. No. You can choose to pretend you didn't know, but you cannot go to the unknowing. Or they say, I know and I don't want to change. That's another thing. They can do that if they want to.
So all these tensions we get,
yeah,
that's a mechanism in the body.
Yeah.
Why should we get tensed?
I talked about this already.
Yes.
That we have experiences that we cannot handle and hold down the memory of these experiences.
But that's good. So we don't need to have them, huh?
So we carry them with us all our lives. Is that good?
No.
No. I didn't think it's very good. And people are so relieved when they don't have to hold it back anymore. And that is where the big change comes. The relief of not having it with you anymore, whatever happened. And it changes the way people look. Maybe I will want to say something about the work too, that it is really a very uncomplicated work, and that the only thing, the only task for the practitioner is to help the person to become aware about holding, tensing, and not allowing themselves to be free. And with that giving them a possibility to relax and maybe go into the place where something that is important can come up for them. We are not psychotherapists. We don't handle whatever comes up for them. When things are very difficult and they cannot handle it, we send them to psychologists. But we are not psychologists, so we are not trained to handle whatever goes on with them. And some people think they should psychologize the client, and that doesn't work very well. So that we do not really have more to do than just bring people awareness. Occasionally we give advice, but also very sparingly, and only in particular ways. We don't tell them what to do with their lives, and how to become happy. That is something that will happen to them, and they will have a possibility to experience it. But we don't tell them what to do. Sometimes we tell them what not to do, which is helpful. But even then, it is more important for them to know that they have the freedom of the choice, what they wanted to do. So if other people talk about what they do, that they do the psychologize them, or whatever else they do, it is not Rosenwork. Rosenwork is very simple, just to bring about awareness.
Shall the patient tell about what the patient experienced in the treatment?
They don't have to,
No.
because we can feel it with our hands. We cannot feel the story, but we can feel the emotion, the way they breathe, the way they hold themselves, whatever the body is showing. Then we know that they have connected to their experience, and we don't have to know it. So that is difficult for the Rosenworker, to be curious all the time, but some people will talk about it, and of course that makes it much easier.
And after the treatment they can talk about it?
Yes, yeah. If they wish so.